One of the most common reasons why I hear people avoiding the use of tools like NLP or hypnosis in their coaching business or even in their own healing journey is because they've heard from places like Wikipedia that NLP can be manipulative. So let's answer the age-old question, is it or is it not? Hi, my name is Tiffany. I'm an NLP and hypnosis master practitioner and trainer, which is just a fancy way of saying that I help people dramatically transform their lives and their minds using the tools of NLP and hypnosis. In this video, I'm going to share with you what it actually means to manipulate somebody. In today's society, we've kind of changed the definition or given a negative connotation to the word, but I want to show you how you're already manipulating yourself to stay stuck. And then I'm going to show you 2 ways that we use NLP to manipulate or to transform and change the life and the brain so that we can get the outcomes that people are looking for. So the word manipulate actually means to mold. So just like a sculptor molds a piece of clay or a piece of metal, whatever they're working with, we mold ourselves by the use of our words and our thoughts and the belief systems that we hold on to. We're also being manipulated on a daily basis from things like the government, the church, school, Hollywood, media, and anything out there is manipulating us. When we're having a conversation with a friend or a debate and they want us to see their point of view, they are attempting to manipulate us. In fact, anytime we open our mouth and words come out, we are manipulating or molding the sound through our vocal cords, our tongue, and our lips. So we are constantly manipulating ourselves and other people because we're wanting to mold their point of view. We're wanting to mold their mind to match ours. The corporations of the world want to manipulate you or mold your mind into seeing why you need to buy their product or service. In today's day and age, the word manipulate has gotten a negative connotation with it, which often makes people think that it is a bad thing, but ultimately it just means to mold. So what if I told you that there was tools out there that would allow you to manipulate yourself to be more confident, or to mold your mind to believe that you are worthy of making $1 million and that you're capable of doing that, because that's what the power of NLP allows us to do. Now, before I share with you 2 ways that we can use NLP to manipulate and mold the mind in a positive way, I want to remind you to subscribe to my channel. I'm putting out brand new videos every single week to show you how you can create the reality and the life that you want by mastering the power of your mind. So go ahead, click that subscribe button below and like this video while you're there. So in our mind, we have these things called a neural pathway. And a neural pathway is really just an electrical circuit that exists in the mind. And whenever the electricity flows through that pathway, we get a specific outcome. So you have a neural pathway in your mind, an electrical circuit to procrastinate. You have one to doubt yourself. You also have one for confidence, and you have one for believing that you are capable of anything. But Tiffany, I tend to lean towards the self-doubt and the procrastination more so than the confidence, the action taking, and the belief. So how do I flip that around? Well, using the power of NLP, we can actually wipe out, erase, or weaken some of those neural pathways in the mind, and we can strengthen or create and install new ones that support us. So in this way, we're actually manipulating the physical structure of the brain to create the pathways and the electrical circuits that best serve us. Now, you could absolutely manipulate your brain without the tools of NLP. In fact, you're doing it every single day. The brain that you had at the beginning of this video is completely different to the brain that you'll have at the end of this video, and will be different to the brain that you have tomorrow and the next day and the next day. So your brain already is rewiring itself on a daily basis. And when you use things like journaling, meditation, and affirmations, that helps you to reprogram your brain. The beautiful thing about NLP, or neuro-linguistic programming tools, is that we can accelerate that process. If you have a regular thought pattern right now that you're not good enough, you've likely been repeating that thought pattern to yourself the majority of your life. So if you're in your 30s or your 40s, it's been around for 3 or 4 decades. Now, saying affirmations will help you to reprogram that, but that's kind of like filling in a trench that you have been digging every day for 30 or 40 years. It's going to take some time to fill in that hole because it's going to be really deep. Using the power of NLP, there's multiple different tools that we can use to come in with a dump truck that is full of dirt, fill in that trench immediately, and then bring in a backhoe and dig out a whole new trench even faster than we created the last one. So it allows us to accelerate the process so that we don't always have to be consciously thinking about the change that we want to make, so that we don't always have to be aware of what our thought patterns are, but that we can make change a whole lot faster. Now, before I share with you another way that we can use NLP to manipulate and change our life, I want to hear from you. If you had the power to reprogram a belief system that is holding you back right now in 10 to 15 minutes, what would that belief system be that you would want to reprogram? Go to the comments below and let me know. Now, whether you realize it or not, you have both empowering belief systems and disempowering or limiting belief systems in your unconscious mind. And these belief systems were likely implanted in your mind between the ages of 0 and 7. In fact, as adults, 95% of the belief systems, good and bad, were planted in the mind between 0 and 7. And so before we truly understood anything about what the world was about, we developed these belief systems. Now, these belief systems are like the filter of your mind. So if I popped a filter on this camera right now, it would turn everything green. And so everything that you see is tinged with a green hue or a green tinge. Now, if I change that filter and I put a blue filter on, now you're going to see things that are a little bit more blue. This is what our belief systems do to our perception. If I believe that everybody is going to leave me in my life, then the perception, the filter that I put on my perception of reality is that everybody's going to leave. And I'm going to perceive everybody's behavior as being gearing up to leave me. If I believe, on the other hand, that I'm worthy of making $1 million, then I'm going to change the filter on my mind and I'm going to perceive opportunities in the world to make more money. And so your belief systems are already manipulating what your reality looks like for you. And that can actually limit what opportunities you see. It almost is like your belief systems create blinders for you where you can't see anything that doesn't align with your belief systems. What NLP allows us to do is take out one of those belief systems and install a new one that empowers you or is an alignment with the reality that you want to create, so that you can create a reality that's dramatically different in a matter of minutes. Now, if you want to learn more ways that NLP can help you master your mind, I'd love to share with you my NLP Rewired system. What I've done is I've pulled together over 35 hours of the most powerful NLP trainings I've ever done for my clients, and I've heavily marked it down. Now, normally my clients are paying anywhere from $1,000 to $5,000 for this information. Today, you can get it for only $47. All you have to do is go to www.thenlpqueen.com or click on the link in the description below. Have a great day.